Hey everybody, Dr. Howard Cohn here, coming to you live from the Cohn Health Institute with my good friend Paul Barattiero from Echo. My gosh, Dr. Paul, it has been 14 plus years in the making. We
Yeah.
have crossed paths 1,001 times, and finally sitting down, both of us, to talk about what I kiddingly call your 14-year overnight success. Nobody really knows unless they've launched a company, birthed something, designed it from a napkin
Yeah.
off to solve a problem that the most beloved person in your life was having. I'm not going to take
Right.
the thunder. I want to hear the story. But the story, I mean, behind every great inventor, entrepreneur, person who's created a legacy product or product line that's really helping humanity comes from it hitting close to home. And your story is no different. I want to get people to know Paul Barattiero because there's a lot of people jumping on the hydrogen train, if you will, now more than ever. And
Mhm.
it's really all on the back of you. Your
Right.
hard work for a
Yeah.
long, long time. I mean, we've played in this area. I was on the ingestible and still is product side. You are actually taking water and making it user friendly for people, getting rid
Mhm.
of these big clunky machines and making it so it could be conveniently in every home, every dorm room, every kid's classroom, every gym, everywhere.
Yeah.
So, guys, Dr. Paul here live, BioStacking Summit. Tell us how we got here.
So it all started with the love of my life, my queen, Jacqueline. We've been married 30 years, and the first 10 years of our marriage, she was sick. And so she had thyroid issues, gynecological issues, anemia, short-term memory issues, adenomyosis, on and on and on it went. And here I was, a 31-year-old guy, married for 10 years, going, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And I'm in love with my wife. I don't want her to pass. I don't want to be, a widow at 31. So what the heck am I going to do? So I was looking for all kinds of ways to help her. And through my journey of looking for things, some very good friends of mine said, "Oh, I think we heard about this water that will help her." And they were telling me all these things. And they took us on a cruise with them and brought that water with them. And I thought, this is the strangest thing I've ever heard. But hey, I'll do anything almost, right? For my sweetheart. It's got to be, legal and appropriate, but I'll do most everything. And so sure enough, the first day of that cruise was the first day of her menstrual cycle. So she was down for the count in bed. And I thought, I'm gonna, lose her for 7 days of this 9 day cruise. I will hardly see her. And yet, when she drank this water, she felt better within a day and was up and enjoying the cruise. And that was extremely rare. We've never had that before. And so I wanted to find out what was in the water. Well, unfortunately, there wasn't much in the water, but there was enough of an ORP change. And oxidation reduction potential. There was enough of an ORP change that it gave her body enough of a boost for her body to get starting to get better. And then as I was researching and studying, I really came across hydrogen gas and what happens if you put hydrogen gas. So we had a great cruise. I came back, I started studying and figured out, oh my gosh, if I put hydrogen water into or hydrogen gas into water, it's going to help her. And that sped up her process to where 6 months later, her menstrual cycle was normal. She didn't have her issues of low iron levels and anemia and what have you. And so that's really what led to me coming out with Echo.
Well, it's been amazing, and the evolution is crazy. I mean, you have units for different things, you have
Mhm.
people around the world using it. And as we say in all things health and nutrition, once you have a Kardashian, especially Kim Kardashian, you have arrived. So
That's right.
congratulations. I was
Thank
on your
you.
website. I'm watching this video from Kim Kardashian, Kat Kardashian, talking about hydrogen water, echo water.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. So I know we kid around. I know Zach Efron, a bunch of different,
Yeah.
celebs. And I think, in the sporting world, I mean, that has always enthralled me because, people are actually using this to recover their health,
Yeah.
all the studies you see are about health, but there's so many other studies too on athletic performance, both recovery from lactic acid production all the way to increase human performance when
Right.
people have this in their bodies and in their life. And I know that I believe there's a UFC fighter, we're not going to give it away, that is
Yep.
tracking his progress, his comeback using hydrogen water, specifically Echo water, as the foundation of his health and nutrition. Because we know we're mostly water. Without water, we're nothing. And the number one thing I see in this clinic when people come in is that they're dehydrated. And
Right.
just giving them regular water is not going to do it. Give them other kinds of water is not going to do it. And a lot of people, as you know, preaching to the choir, we had this decade or so of people barking about alkaline water. And then when you lifted up the skirt of it, so to speak, you would see, maybe it's a better analogy. If you look deeper inside, you would see that it was that the end of electrolysis of these alkaline units, creating molecular hydrogen in the water for in a, not always the most efficient way, but like you say, enough to get that higher ORP that was making the magic happen. And then you took that and really harnessed the power of molecular hydrogen in water, and then did what the hardest thing is to do, is make it simple and cost effective so
Right.
that everyone can do it. So
Right.
yeah, talk to us a
Yeah.
little more about how it's helping brain health, gut health, athletes.
Yeah. So there's now 1,400 studies showing hydrogen, not alkaline water, not pH stuff that everyone hears about, but the fact that there's hydrogen gas in the water. There's 1,400 studies showing benefits with over 200 disease models, particularly when we talk about the brain or what we call a neuroprotective effect. There is a wonderful hormone in the body called ghrelin, and many times you people call it the hunger hormone. Well, it doesn't make you hungry. The reason it's called the hunger hormone is when you are hungry, ghrelin secretion should be released because it will change brain function. And if we think back when we were hunters and gatherers, having your brain sharp probably will get you some dinner. And so that's the bottom line when it comes to this. But hydrogen, when we drink hydrogen water and hydrogen gets into the stomach, it selectively stimulates gastric ghrelin within minutes up into the hypothalamus, the hippocampus, and the brainstem. We will have a change in cognitive function, plasticity, normalization of alpha and beta waves. Really, the brain, if we do brain mapping, which we've done, it is a totally different landscape. And probably the most crazy situation I've ever had when it comes to the brain is someone that has tremors with their hands. Within 10 minutes of drinking our water that has hydrogen in it, their hands will be almost still. And so, and they feel tingling in their brain. And so it's a very beautiful thing to watch. But definitely, people with ADD, ADHD, many different brain related things could be hugely benefited.
So let's talk about the monkey in the room, which
Mm-hmm.
is if I go on Instagram, I go on the internet, there's all these other people, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
doing and leaning on not really your marketing, but even the testimonials of people using Echo. And then next thing you know, it clicks on them like, oh, that doesn't look like Echo. It's more cheaply made. It's, and then they
Yeah.
don't know what they're ordering. Can you, just so we could hear from them. There's a lot of they say besides the Kardashian one, you really arrived when everyone's trying to rip you off and
Right.
copy, and when they say, "Oh yeah, we're like Echo."
Yeah. Well, and
So yeah,
yeah, it's
talk to us
a
about
new
that.
set of problems, right? The first
Right.
10 years of the business we're building, 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 and we got Inc. 5000 in 2020 and 2021, and you
Yeah.
think things are going great, and you're like, okay, this is what I'm shooting for. And then 2023 comes around, and Joe Rogan talks about your product on his
Yep.
podcast, and immediately we're selling 20,000 of our Echo Go Pluses a month instead of 1 to 2,000. And then all of a sudden, all kinds of companies in China are like, oh, we can just take their videos and edit them and try to make them look like it's our product, and we'll sell a bunch of units. So we literally, and this is horrible to have to say, but we have had to be suing multiple companies a month for many
Wow.
months now to shut them down because they were just scamming people. And those people would come to our website and say these bottles were broken when we got them, and I can't even get a hold of everyone because they're in Singapore or they're somewhere else. So we felt really bad for people. So we started shutting these companies down. But I guess, obviously you're right. Take it as a compliment, but it's kind of a horrible situation because the consumer gets screwed in the middle. And then they go on our website and they have to buy our bottle anyways. And so I would say this too. Everyone needs to understand you cannot make a hydrogen bottle for 50, you can't make it for 40 bucks, 50 bucks like these people are selling. So anytime you are seeing a bottle for cheap price, it's not a hydrogen bottle. It's an electrolysis bottle, which means it'll add chlorine into your water, and that is not what you want. A traditional true hydrogen bottle, you're not going to see it less than $200 in the market. You're just not. And so don't be scammed by seeing low prices and thinking you're getting the same thing, because I promise you, you're not.
So thank you for that clarification, because I
Mm-hmm.
really know that we needed that out there. And this is,
Mm-hmm.
listen, as they say, as you alluded to, the Asian proverb, he who has cow has care of cow, right? So there,
Yes.
there's now you're a steward of it. And
Yeah.
although I weirdly say you're actually making some attorneys happy, keeping them
Yes.
busy and keeping them off the streets from doing things that are less than up to snuff. At least
Yeah.
they're keeping the streets of hydrogen clean for the
Yeah.
consumer. So first of all, congratulations on this beautiful new design,
Thank you.
and amazing newer products in here. So not even newer, but some have been upgraded.
Yeah.
Like look at this thing. So
Yeah.
I know we could spend the next 4 hours, which we're not gonna, but we could talking about each unit, why there's different units. Talk to us maybe about some of the unique things that you have. Like in our clinic here, we have, our hydrogen water unit that hooks up to the sink, filters the water, and also at the same time creates hydrogen water on the
Sure.
spot.
Yeah.
We have, I have the one I travel with, which is right here, which is the one that a lot of people, we
Yeah.
call their entry level Echo Go Plus.
Yeah.
At home, and my daughter has her at college, and all the roommates want
Yeah.
to drink the Echo water,
Yeah.
not even the other filtered water. So
Yeah.
we have this too. And you just made a new filter
Right.
mechanism for this, which is exciting.
Yeah.
So talk to us about some of these things that are like in the homes, in the gyms, in the clinics.
So we'll put it into like four categories:
Yeah.
portable units, battery operated, really designed for travel. And the Echo Go and the Echo Go Plus are little sport bottles. The Echo Go Plus that you're seeing there is really the one you want to get. That'll make up to 4.5 parts per million, and it's wonderful to travel with. And it's great for skeptical people who want to know what's going to happen when I drink hydrogen water. Now, the the picture that you showed is just a half a gallon kind of version of that, but it's for a family because you only have 10 ounces maximum use in the bottle. If you've got a family of four, you're going to spend 20 minutes trying to get water in the morning. It's not so exciting. It's wonderful for health, but it takes a long time. So if you get the pitcher and you're making half a gallon, you could get four people in one shot instead of taking 20 minutes. So that's one thing to think about. Then let's go to the next thing, which is devices or machines that can go in your home and can give you a quarter gallon a minute of hydrogen water. And we have three machines. We have the Echo H2, like you have in your office. That is a standalone system that can go on the counter or below. It has a filter built in and is giving you hydrogen water. Then we have the server, which is designed to go with the RO, the reverse osmosis system that we make. And it's a beautiful bundle where you get the cleanest water available for your body. And then you get hydrogen in that. And that's designed to go under sink. You just have a very elegant faucet on top. And now you have your water at 20, quarter gallon a minute, and you've got beautiful water. Then we have our ultimate machine, which is designed for a specific individual involved. The ultimate makes four types of water, and one of those types is hypochlorous acid water, which has a kill spectrum of, E. coli, salmonella, MRSA, staph, COVID on contact. And also people use it to rinse their mouth, wash their face, acne, all kinds of things. So if someone wants that, what they call the beauty water or the acid water, then they could get that machine. But if you're just looking for health improvement, any of the three are going to accomplish that. Now, what's really exciting is we have a bath unit now. So that's our third category. And if you want gorgeous skin, if you want the texture of your skin changing, if you want the tone of your skin changing, if you want collagen released in your skin so you don't have wrinkling and other issues, get the bath unit. And it is amazing. My wife tries to get in it every day. She loves it. Her skin is changing. She's really happy. She puts it on her face. She does all these things. So the bath unit is wonderful. And then finally, inhalation. We do have an inhalation, and it's good for people that have lung issues. It's good for individuals with long COVID. It's good for that kind of stuff. It has less benefits than drinking the water with hydrogen in it for sure, but it is a mechanism that will bring hydrogen into your life. So we're the only company in the world. Not only are we the largest company in the world for hydrogen, in the first, but we have every modality or every way to get hydrogen into your body. And then we also have whole house filtration systems for people that want a great filtration. But that's really our product category, is everything from portable units for travel to a home unit, and then to have a bath, a way to take a luxurious bath and get hydrogen into your body that way.
So, first of all, well done. Amazing.
Thank you.
Just to create one thing is a big deal, but not just to do that. And I know you're into other health things, so hopefully we'll have you
Mhm.
back to talk about other areas of
Mhm.
health, whether it's red light, whether it's other healing modalities that I know you're also innovating in.
Yeah.
However, you are known as the OG of hydrogen water.
Yeah.
Everyone else has learned something, knew something, met you at one time before they
Yeah.
did whatever they did. So,
Right.
so it's again to bring it full circle. It's super great to have you on here so that
Thank you.
people can actually hear from the man himself who was
Thank
on a
you.
mission to create this for a reason which
Yeah.
was bigger than having a company making money, selling a product, would work, but
Yeah.
to take care of the love of your life, which again continues to do that.
Yeah.
So, and I side note for a second, we're talking humans,
Yeah.
dogs,
Yes.
cats,
Yes.
horses
Yeah.
have increased their performance. There are horses that are probably alive today.
Yes.
Maybe I don't want to make any claims because their horse trainer, their vet knows
Yeah.
about hydrogen, hydrogen water, hydrogen
Right.
baths. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to touch on that. I don't. I know you that happens all the time, and
Yeah.
a lot of times I've seen you talk. People miss it
Yeah,
big.
we do have doggy daycares in California that are using our water, and all of a sudden the dog's issues go away. Their eyes clear up. They're going to the bathroom properly. Their coat gets beautiful and shiny. We have veterinarian hospitals that utilize our water for over 10 years now. So absolutely, animals need it. And if we really understand, dogs and cats, 50% have cancer. It's because of their diet. And so understand that it's really important to get hydrogen water, echo water for your pets. The one thing I want to say, people ask me all the time, what's the real difference between yours and anything else? Because there's a million people claiming hydrogen. I will tell you that inside of all of our devices is a proprietary module that creates hydrogen, separates oxygen, chlorine, ozone out of the water. So you just have pure H2 gas going into the water. And that proprietary module is patented multiple ways. We also have a dissolving chamber to make sure that you get maximum hydrogen, what we call hydrogen to saturation level. It's really important to understand there is a difference. So do your research before you go buy something out there just because they're saying it's hydrogen. These Echo devices were like you said, thank you, the original, and they are actual true hydrogen, and these are patented technologies. So do the research.
So the animals, thanks for sharing that.
Yep.
I absolutely love it. Obviously, you could lead a horse to water, but can't
Yep.
make them drink. Uh, we've done this experiment where with
Hmm.
the dogs and my
Yep.
and our cat and even with horses, where trainers would put out two things of water, the regular
Hmm.
water that they
Hmm.
traditionally gave them, and then water run through
Hmm.
your hydrogen units. And
Yep,
they notoriously will always go drink the hydrogen water.
for
So
sure.
dogs are great. Horses are great because they're not skeptical. They're
Yes.
not worried about placebo. They don't respond to placebo. They're not
That's
worried if
right.
their insurance going to pay for it. They're not going to go, I don't know if I trust Paul or Dr. Cohn. They're not going like, any of this stuff. They don't subscribe to any of that. They're like,
Yeah.
am I better when I drink the water than if I don't? And is it better
Yep.
than this other water that my person put out there? So that is
I
super
love it.
cool. I
Yep.
challenge everybody to do that experiment with their pets. And then you're reminding me, since we are in Southern California, I got to check if my doggy daycare, where our dog Ellie goes to, is using your water. So if not, we will remedy that right away. I'm sure
Yeah,
Dr.
that'd be
Christine
great.
will for
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Um, Let me ask you one more thing. So,
Yep.
where's the future going? What do you see? What is the goal, the vision for Echo, for hydrogen, for where are we going here over the next 5 years? What can we look forward to? I don't want you to give away all the things you're working on, but uh, give us a path of where hydrogen's going.
We have incredible technologies that we are developing and patenting right now that will revolutionize this whole space. But I would tell you the biggest thing that you're going to see difference is the education of individuals is going to change. They're going to start to understand, oh, there's scam stuff. I need to now know how to validate that something has hydrogen in it. And so that will definitely change in the next little while. And it's going to be people like Tom Brady who are saying this changed my life. It's going to be people like that people trust because Tom Brady uses Echo and promotes Echo. So I can use his name openly, right? It's going to be people like Dana White with the UFC who have shown them using their Echo Go Plus and their pitcher and things. And the UFC has the same machine in their UFC Apex office as you have in your office. So, whether it's NFL teams like the Raiders, whether it's individuals, UFC fighters, whether it's just an individual who wants to run a mile that can't run a mile at the stage of the life they're in, and they drink the water and they will be able to run a mile, that's huge for them. So fatigue, performance, we're going to see more and more and more come out on how you can really accomplish your divine potential, how you can have your body accomplish what you're wanting it to accomplish without having to sugar and carb load and do all the things that people are doing with stimulants. We can do that naturally. We can have the body perform and produce ATP to a higher level by making sure the mitochondrial function the body is doing. And hydrogen does that very well and naturally. So what I think people need to understand is I didn't just wake up one day and go, gosh, I want to make a water machine. I think that we have to understand that it's gut dysfunction that causes the lack of hydrogen in the body, and that has a myriad or a cascade of issues that occur that are all fatigue and mental issues and brain issues and cholesterol levels and diabetes and Parkinson. All these kind of things are a result of gut damage, which it's believed is 90% of the population now. So we need to get hydrogen back in the body. And even people that have digestive disorders, right? They're going to learn in the next 5 years that my digestion, I need hydrochloric acid. And if you don't have hydrogen in your body, you can't make HCl. So you can't even digest food properly. So something as simple as eating can be improved by having hydrogen in the body. And so all of these things, immune function, I mean, you start naming all the things, it's kind of crazy, but those are all the things that are supposed to be natural and normal because you are supposed to have a hydrogen generator in your body, and we call it fart therapy jokingly, but you should really have flatulence, and part of that is hydrogen gas. So we are designed when we ferment food or process food in our colon to create hydrogen, and that hydrogen manages oxidation or oxidative stress and inflammation. So pain, people that have rheumatoid arthritis, people that have arthritic conditions, they're going to know in 5 years from now, oh, I need to drink hydrogen water if I want to have lower pain in my joints. Today people have no idea that the pain in their joints could be helped by hydrogen water. So that's what I see. I think education is going to be the biggest shift in 5 years. And then we will be creating additional products that help you manage your life and do greater things with hydrogen and have abilities to have it with you all the time.
Dr. Paul, we love it. We're excited. We're looking forward to it. I know some people are going, hey, I wonder if we get it to the cows, will it solve everybody's greenhouse gas issue that they're all
Oh yeah.
uppity about? Anyway, I digress. So
There was a study on a dairy farm, 27 dairy farms.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like Dr. Paul said, 1,400 studies. You can go check them out. They're like a new study comes out a week, it seems.
Hmm.
That I see tons of scientific and clinical interventions that are being used with hydrogen water, hydrogen
Yeah.
gas, hydrogen bathing, all
Yeah.
things hydrogen, as we say. I knew it a long time ago, like you and I just started
Yeah.
around 2010, 2011. I saw an article, actually a study in in a Japanese scientific journal where hydrogen was called a scientific miracle. Where
Yeah.
normally you don't see the word miracle when you're actually looking at
Sorry.
at scientific
Yeah.
journals with people with 14 letters after their name on each
Yeah.
line, right? But they did, and they just had visuals of every single system in the body
Yes.
being documented to have benefits from hydrogen, specifically molecular hydrogen and
Right.
hydrogen water, hydrogen gas, all the interventions.
Hmm.
So super exciting times. And if that wasn't enough, listen, if God created the universe and the most abundant molecule in the universe is what? Hydrogen. Okay,
Right.
it's number one on the periodic table for a reason, because there's
Yeah.
more hydrogen than anything. There are no
Hmm.
accidents in the world. You've definitely gone far and beyond to harness it, make it simple for us. I like all the things that are coming out. We love them at the Cohn Health Institute, and we look forward to being part of spreading the mission of people knowing about it. And for our VIP Summit people, if you're not a VIP, it's not too late to sign up. Very generously, not this, you'll get a pretty one of your own in the box. This one's mine. This one's mine.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a picture. It's just about a $1,200 value.
Hmm.
We're going to. Oh, look, I turned it on. We are going to. Not we, you,
Press and
Dr.
hold it. It'll
Paul
go back out. Yeah.
is graciously giving us one to donate to our
Hmm.
VIPs via raffle. So you got to be in it to win it, as they say.
Yes.
So
Yes.
make no mistake, Echo. They say in the world of business, if you think it's expensive to hire professionals, try hiring amateurs. Well, it goes the
Right.
same with purchasing units that claim to be something they're not. The science, the background, the technology, the patents, everything has been put in place so that when you get an Echo unit, you know what you're getting. So, Dr. Paul, I know you're so busy. I know you're flying around the world. I think you were talking the other day. I was like, great, everything's crushing everywhere around the world. All these people, all these things, and I think you're busier than ever.
Yes. Yes.
When you're on a mission, there's no sleeping. There's no sleeping. There's just sharing. So we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank
We
you.
thank your lovely bride for freeing you up to travel around the world and be present for all the people that are making this happen. So, Dr. Paul, well, that's a beautiful picture. Look at that. Look at that. So, thank you for all you do. We'll see you on the hydrogen highway, as we say. And guys,
Thank you.
definitely check out, if you don't have one of these or one of these or one of the ones we have in back in your home, you're missing it if you're here for health. So,
Yeah.
Dr. Paul, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and honor. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.